This is me. And this is me. I started this YouTube channel in November 2024, but I didn't have my first big boom until October 2025. Here are some things that I would do differently if I were to start this YouTube channel again. I would do a test video, like an actual proper test video, my first episode. Because my first episode, the audio was terrible, I didn't really know what I was saying, and I didn't really know how to use OBS, so for a lot of the video, the only thing on screen was the very top left corner, which is not very professional. A test video allows you to play around with the software, see what works, see how comfortable you feel talking, and basically just kind of get a feel for what your content style is. The next thing is I actually would have a bit more of a plan of what I wanted to do in my first video. So for me, it was just a plain old survival world. Now I recommend you go watch that just so you can see how not very good it is. But honestly, your first video doesn't need to be good. Just know kind of what you're doing, what your end goal is for the episode, and I'd honestly argue that for any video you make sure you know what the end goal is. The next thing is I would install Flashback. I didn't have Flashback until quite far into my survival world, and there were so many things that I could have used it for, but I didn't. I just didn't think to use it for some reason. Flashback basically allows you to make these amazing time lapses, slow-mos, just some really good stuff. It basically makes like a replay, and you can record voice mod with it. So I definitely recommend you get it as soon as you possibly can if you make Minecraft videos. Now more on the Minecraft mods, if you're a builder, I would definitely recommend World Edit. Axiom is a good one too, but I think if you're very new to it, World Edit is much more user friendly, and then as you build your skills and you build your confidence, then you can move on to Axiom. But again, these last two, Minecraft specific. The other two could be applied to any channel, for any video, any content, any niche. But these ones, obviously they are Minecraft mods, so Minecraft specific. The reason I say download World Edit early is because if you don't, like me, you may spend 10 hours hand building Munchkin Land and then a few minutes building all these luxurious mountains. Hand building's just a bit of a waste of time really, innit? Similar to earlier with your test video, honestly, test thumbnails too. Have a go at making different thumbnails, take inspiration from your niche. Have a quick YouTube search of your niche, the videos that you plan on making, see what the successful thumbnails are doing. Obviously don't copy them, but take inspiration, make them your own, make them recognizable as you, but obviously this isn't something that you would do right at the very start, that kind of progresses as your channel progresses, but practice your thumbnails, because my first thumbnails were bad. And the same with editing, practice editing. I had been editing for years, but I didn't have much experience editing specifically Minecraft videos. Now I did have some experience editing Minecraft videos, but not enough to make a successful YouTube channel, so that skill developed. Just practice, this takes time, doesn't matter if it's bad. Just give it a go. Again, on the topic of practice, if you're doing something like Minecraft, practice your builds. There are so many builds here that were never used and that were never fixed, apparently. You can practice some new techniques. I mean, how many times have you seen just regular signs used like this? Another thing I would do if I were to start again is make friends. Make friends in your niche. Comment on other people's videos. It helps to comment on small creators' videos because they're actually going to see your comments and then you can form a relationship. But because I did this early on, I now have an SMP. I found people to invite and we have an SMP, and I've made a bunch of new friends, and I've been invited to new SMPs, but I can't tell you about those just yet because they're a secret. Point is, make friends. It doesn't have to be a lonely world. If you want it to be, you want it to be, but it doesn't have to be. So make friends. Something I actually did quite a lot in the beginning and still do is watch loads of videos, specifically on how to grow an audience. Because if that's your goal, then you're gonna need to know how to do it. If it isn't your goal, then you don't need to worry. But if it is, you're not gonna be able to do that on your own. You need to know the skills because the algorithm is constantly changing. So the latest information and tips and tricks are very useful. Also watch other videos in your niche. For me, it was watching Minecraft videos, which I've been doing for an extremely long time. So that wasn't a problem for me specifically, but I mean, basically just make sure you're interested in the type of videos you're making, because if your goal is money, then you've got it all wrong. Only 5% of YouTube channels are monetized. So if your goal is money, you are going to be disappointed, because if you get monetized, it will not be fast. Unless you're extremely lucky, it will be a very slow process. So make sure you enjoy making videos, make sure you like watching other videos from people in your niche. Make sure you don't hate the process, basically. I'll tell you another thing. Don't stress about upload schedules. It doesn't actually matter that much. People always preach consistency on YouTube. Doesn't really matter. If you put out high quality videos, your consistency will not be the thing that gets you big. It will not be the thing that keeps you going. Focus on the quality of your videos, and if that means you have one video a year, then you have one video a year. Be prepared to learn. Be prepared to learn on the job, because you won't know everything when you start this. I promise you, you won't know everything. You will learn. I am constantly learning. All the time. Every day I learn something new about YouTube and about Minecraft and about making videos. So just trust me. Go into this expecting that you don't really know that much, and then you'll learn and you'll adapt and you will grow. You will then be able to determine what works, what doesn't work, like on a personal level. What works for you, what doesn't work for you, what works for viewers, what doesn't work for viewers, stuff like that. I've just realized those signs behind my left shoulder, there need to be purple signs on those blocks. If your goal is to grow, you need to have a pretty good idea of the type of thing that is going to be on your channel, because if you have a mixed channel with loads of different things, loads of different niches, maybe even loads of different games, you're not really going to be pushed in the algorithm. You don't need to know exactly what your end goal is for your YouTube channel just in general, because I mean, that's quite broad. But what you should know is roughly what you want to get out of it. And hopefully one of those things is fun, because if it isn't, you're not going to enjoy this and maybe it isn't for you. And that's fine. If this doesn't seem fun to you, don't do it. You're going to stress yourself out, make yourself miserable, and then you won't want to have any more hobbies. I personally started this YouTube channel with the goal of getting the most out of my editing software subscription, because I make films. I'm a filmmaker, so I need to edit, but I don't really consistently make them every month. So why would I pay monthly for an editing software that I'm not going to use monthly? And that's where this YouTube channel came in, and I've ended up having so much fun, becoming monetized, making friends, expanding my skills, so many amazing things. So your goals definitely can change. Because this was just meant to be a pastime for me. I worked in a shop. I had a retail job. But now I do this because it's fun. I enjoy it. There isn't really much else to say, because it's not like there's a rigid criteria for starting a YouTube channel. If I were to start this channel again, all I would really do is kind of do a bit more research in terms of thumbnails, perhaps editing and pace. I struggled with pace at the beginning, but honestly, just make videos you enjoy, because that's what I wasn't doing. That's why I was only getting a video out every few weeks, because I didn't really enjoy it that much. I loved Minecraft and I loved editing, but like I wasn't really that interested in the projects I was doing. And then I became interested because I actually thought about it and was like, well no, why would I continue doing this thing that I don't want to do? So then I moved my base in my survival world, and loads of things came from there, and I made my Wizard of Oz world, and I made my other series, and now I really enjoy it. That's literally the main thing. If you're gonna start a YouTube channel today, make sure you enjoy it. If this video resonated with you in any way, make sure you subscribe. I look forward to seeing a big boom of YouTube channels starting, because it's exciting. It's a very exciting hobby. It's a very rewarding hobby as well, if that's your goal. Do follow along this channel if you liked this video, because there will be more awesome videos coming out soon. Goodbye everyone.